Hello and welcome to Mr. Horror Movie Guy's Top 10 Best Movies of 2013. Now these movies are basically my favorite movies of 2013. Before I start my list, I just want to say that I haven't seen every single movie that came out this year. There's a lot of ones that I missed and some that aren't coming out in Norway just yet, and some of them are Gravity, The Wolf of Wall Street, and 12 Years a Slave, just to mention a few. So, let's head into my top 10 favorite movies of 2013. Number 10 is Star Trek Into Darkness. I really liked the first Star Trek movie. It had a great cast with a great story, but the sequel takes it to another level. Having Benedict Cumberbatch play the villain, and also taking notes from one of the greatest Star Trek movies ever, The Wrath of Khan, Star Trek Into Darkness was a thrilling ride all the way through, and it will stand as a great epic in the Star Trek series. Number 9 is The Conjuring. The Conjuring doesn't try to do anything new, but it does the right thing, being scary. I'm a big horror movie fan. I've watched almost everything there is to see, and I thought The Conjuring felt so fresh by doing the old and best formula. Less is more. Don't show too much, but keep things in secret and rely on shadows and sounds, and that's the right thing to do. Number 8. Elysium. Neil Blomkamp definitely knows how to entertain the shit out of you. He proved it with District 9 and he does it again with Elysium. His world of science fiction is fascinating, creating memorable characters and outstanding action scenes. I love Blomkamp's style and creating a gritty world that's both wonderful and disgusting. Number 7. Don John. Joseph Gordon-Levitt's first movie is not only technically well made, but also tells a unique story that not everyone has brought on the big screen before. The problems of a man being obsessed by porn is actually something a lot of people strive with in their lives, giving false beliefs of relationships and sex, and I think it was cleverly handled by Joseph Gordon-Levitt. It's not just an entertaining film, but also an important one that I think a lot of people should see. Number 6. Saving Mr. Banks. I'm going to start off with telling you that I've never seen Mary Poppins, but that doesn't stop me from loving this movie. Emma Thompson's portrayal of P.L. Travers is one of the most memorable performances of this year. The movie looks beautiful, like it's from a different world, and Tom Hanks is wonderful as the cheery and good-hearted Walt Disney. The story is really good, going back and forth from P.L. Travers' childhood and her relationship with her dad to the present, struggling with Disney to create one of the most loving Disney films of all time. Saving Mr. Banks was a wonderful movie that I'll remember in years to come. Number 5. The Hobbit, The Desolation of Smaug. The first one was a mixed bag for a lot of people, and I too didn't feel it was perfect. But The Desolation of Smaug goes back to the dark and gritty tone as Lord of the Rings had, and makes you feel that something is at stake here. It takes things more serious and put it more on par with Lord of the Rings. The movie has exciting action sequences, and the dragon Smaug will go down in history as the greatest dragon ever put on the big screen. Peter Jackson really did a good job with this one. Number 4. American Hustle. David O. Russell have had 2 great scores these past years, and now brings another score with his newest film, American Hustle. The cast is fantastic. Christian Bale is absolutely mesmerizing as con artist Irving. Amy Adams and Bradley Cooper gives memorable performances in this great story with complicated twists and turns, and wonderful filmmaking by David O. Russell, who has proven once again that he's a force not to be reckoned with. Number 3. Prisoners. Prisoners gives a powerful story about a father desperately seeking his daughter after she disappears on Thanksgiving. The movie is both suspenseful and very captivating for both its brilliant filmmaking and Hugh Jackman's and Jake Gyllenhaal's Oscar-worthy performances. The movie also asks the question of what would be morally right if one of your children got kidnapped and you could only rely on yourself. The movie is dark and violent, just like a crime film should be. Number 2. Captain Phillips. Tom Hanks gives one of his most powerful performances in his whole career about a man fighting for his life after taking captive of Somalian pirates. The movie feels very realistic, and you feel like you're with Phillips through the whole movie, but you are unfortunately not able to do anything. The actors playing the pirates are unforgettable, and both looks and feels real. The whole movie is so suspenseful that you're sitting and biting your nails off. It's an unforgettable movie with unforgettable performances. Number 1. The Hunt. I saw The Hunt in around February, thinking that this would be my favorite film if no other could beat it, and I'm both surprised and glad that it still is. Mads Mikkelsen gives the performance of his life, playing a man who is wrongly accused for showing his genitals to a little girl, and soon the whole town is against him, hating him for something that is not true. The story is so captivating. I've never sympathized so much with a character and cared so much for him that I wished I could just walk into the movie and help him. There are several moments where I wanted to spit on the screen because of anger. It was a movie that stayed in my mind the whole year, and I truly feel that this is one of the most brilliant, captivating and unforgettable movies of the year. Alright, so that was my top 10 favorite movies of 2013. I hope you enjoyed this video, and let me hear what your favorites are of this year. I thought this was a great year for movies, and I'm also really looking forward to 2014. So please like the video, subscribe my channel if you want to see more, and I wish you a happy new year.